did it last time too, and busted out early.
Maybe it didn't work for him. Like he get knocked out early last week.
Yeah.
Give Bracelet a second.
About 40 to 20. 40,000, 20,000.
So we're just about where we started. Just
to
shake one chair.
That's probably easy for you
What?
All right, we're coming back from break.
Actually, it would be a lot easier.
We are heads up between Paul Moskowitz and Mark Cutrufella.
I'm just saying, it's easier if I can just sit here and go on to one too instead of.
Blinds are 1,000, 2,000.
And we are back.
All right, blinds are 1,000, 2,000. We got Mark with about 40,000 and Paul with about 20,000. I really expect this to be the last level, as high as the blinds are.
We will definitely see what happens. The aggression seems to be prevailing from Mark.
Clock is going.
However, if Paul catches 2 or 3 hands, or doubles up once, it's a completely different raise.
Raised to 5,000 by Mark.
I see Paul folding his hand with deuce 4 offsuit.
Mark fold, or Chris.
Paul
folds. That guy over there folds.
Somebody folds.
I was actually trying to figure out what I would have done in that position.
Well, Paul and I do share the same haircut, so I see how you can get us confused.
Seems to be the popular style going around here lately.
Yeah, put 1,000 out there. You wouldn't have.
If they were suited, maybe.
Paul with the jack 5 of hearts. Mark with 7 deuce offsuit.
I'd love to see Paul
Paul
start
calls.
making some button raises here.
See, he made a couple of them. And now he stopped again.
But he tends to only make them when he has big hands.
Did you ask?
Bet's 2,000 from Mark.
2,500.
Mark
This one I
leads
heard you
out
say- I
with
thought I heard
deuce
you
7 offsuit.
Well,
Just shows you the power of aggression.
it's not necessarily the power of aggression.
Well, I mean-
it's the fact that Paul Moskowitz really doesn't want to play a hand unless he has something. The rate of Paul's bluffs can probably be counted on one hand. It's 1, maybe 2 a night.
Action on Mark.
You gotta give it to Mark. They might get it all in here.
6 total.
Raised to 6,000 by Mark.
I don't know. Paul's got ace rag. He hasn't liked to get it in with ace rag. He's just like to call.
I think a good play would be for Paul to move all in
Yeah,
here.
that's
4,000 for you to call.
It's the only play really with ace rag. You can take it down right there.
He's going to commit a big part of his
Paul
stack
calls.
just to see a
Now,
flop.
if he doesn't flop an ace or a flush, Mark's going to take it away from him. We don't have the flop back here.
No flop.
Are both their cards reading?
Yes.
It's weird. 5 of spades, 4 of clubs, 9 of diamonds. Hit the flop.
Wow.
Paul went all in.
Paul went all in with second pair.
That is weird.
That's an applauded play from the booth.
I'm impressed. I did not think he would do that.
What's wrong?
Not reading the flop.
Slight technical difficulties.
Can you try resetting if
Should
you
we
want?
pause?
No.
Are they saying in there it didn't read it?
They couldn't see it. They could see your
Yeah, it
flop.
doesn't come up on the screen back here.
All right, the cards are red,
Okay.
and the flop should hit.
No dice. Let's just go on with the next hand and see if it's another set. See if it just
that
might be the way
continues that
those
way.
cards are. Paul did win that hand with an all-in. Sorry for the confusion. Maybe add a minute to the blinds.
14 minutes, 20 seconds left in the blinds.
Paul with 10-7 suited just limps. Mark with 7-4, willing to let it go.
Paul definitely wants the other player to make a mistake. They both flop sevens here.
Mark bets 2,500. Paul calls.
I think if we see another bet out of Mark here, he's going to take this down.
Jack of spades on the turn.
I would love to see Mark bet now.
Mark
Paul,
checks, which probably should open the door for Paul.
Paul bets 4,000.
I think Mark is definitely starting to give Paul some credit and realizes that he's really only playing bigger hands.
right now they're chopping.
Mark folds.
Good play if you didn't have.
They ought to be close to even, or Moskowitz might have the lead now.
Looks pretty even. Action on Mark first.
Mark with the ace.
You want to chip black stop? You want to chip black stop or not?
Sure.
I'm thinking Mark.
6 straight.
Raise to 6,000 by Mark. Paul folds.
And an ace Paul.
They're almost to the point where any raise is such a big percentage of the stack, they might as well just go all in.
Exact.
Paul Dack first.
I think Paul will raise it here. And Mark will fold.
Raise to 5,000 by Paul.
Well, maybe not.
Call by Mark.
Mark's willing to see some flops with less than premium hands.
I wonder if the ace scares Paul here.
Mark checks.
I don't think so. I think he's going to bet.
5,000 is the bet by Paul.
I wish Mark could check raise there. That would have sent Paul spinning so fast. But you got to give Paul the respect when he hasn't gotten out of line too much.
He hasn't come in with mediocre hands. He's waited for the nuts, and it's got him the chip lead right now.
Yeah, Mark's going to have to get it all in here. And if he does it here, it's
Action on Mark.
Paul's folding no matter what, I think.
6 straight.
Raise to 6,000 by
Train, I
Mark.
wanted to limp in for you, buddy. I wanted to limp in for you, buddy.
Button is on Paul. Paul Dack
Always
first.
over here if you're at.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, just
Put it
move
down.
over here.
Yeah, put it in front of Paul. We're good. 9 people playing. Put it in front of Paul. I don't know.
Not sure where it goes. Here, just put it.
I really think Mark's call with the 10-7 against Paul is going to come back and hurt him here. It's looking like. I think he just got a little bit too impatient.
Paul raises to
Didn't need
4,000.
Didn't need to play that big pot.
Paul min raises here.
Mark calls.
Oh, he calls.
9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the blinds.
Mark with the gut shot here.
I would like to see a bet here.
4,000 bet by Mark.
Paul with just 2 overs. Once again, when he goes in the tank this long, very seldom seen him make the call.
Paul folds.
I'm gonna start raking all the pots. 1,500 a hand.
8 minutes, 20 seconds left in the blind.
Probably should force an ante right around, I don't know, 6-8 with $100 ante.
Probably should do.
Paul with ace-9 suited, Mark with an 8-5. Paul will be raising up here.
Mark called, and Paul Moskowitz raised 3,000 on top.
I think we'll see Mark make a call here.
Mark calls.
I mean, I didn't hit last time, so I probably won't hit this time.
Somebody that's complaining about not hitting. He's got the nut flush draw here. And he's hit cards all night.
Mark checks.
Check.
Paul checks. Both players check.
Wow. If Mark...
When Mark
oh,
gets there with a 5.
Paul left so many opportunities get away there. He might put a value bet in here.
I have 5.
Really? I knew I should.
That's a big trap, man.
Mark takes it down.
A value of what? Pocket 60.
Take it down with the boom.
Board. You're going downhill.
Kill
there.
your awesome. Whatever. 2s
I
and
played
5s,
that.
whatever it takes.
Stupid.
What'd you have, like 3s or something?
Well, at least Paul realizes he misplayed that hand.
You gotta raise it.
You know, I played that really poorly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Action on Paul.
Paul with another ace.
Paul calls.
Just limps.
Oh my god.
Is Mark going to raise here?
Mark raises 4,500 on top.
Paul needs to go all in here. But
I think he lets it go.
he's folding.
He looks.
Yeah. He's folding.
Yep.
Paul folds.
Still tilting on that hand.
And the chip lead goes back to Mark.
Yeah.
And Brandon knows that Paul should have went all in there.
Poorly.
So this is Paul Moskowitz tilted? Never seen it before.
His heart rate went up.
See how he leans to the left?
3 beats a minute, he's like...
From 60 to 63.
Action on Mark. Calls.
We got Jack 3 versus 2.
Paul were to
checks
pay
his option.
attention. Mark has definitely slowed down when he has absolutely nothing on the button.
Both players check.
Oh, Mark with an open end straight draw now.
3,000 bet by Paul. And a call.
Check.
Paul
Well,
checks.
we try to represent the flush draw here. With Paul just having second pair. No.
Yeah, I wasn't good.
I even gave you your 2 on the river, dude. Come on.
4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the blind.
That's what I'm going to do every time.
No.
Every time it's heads up here, and the button's over here, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to take it, over here, and go right there like that.
Oh, I wonder if Paul did if I fired 7K out there.
I'm still tilting on that other hand. I'm so mad.
Well, what'd you have it? I mean, you didn't have it on there.
You want me to tell you?
Paul Moskowitz saying that he's
I had
angry.
That flush draw on flop.
Couldn't tell by looking
Yeah,
at him.
just give me
I that's why I'm kicking myself.
Paul's tilt's a lot lighter than most
No, I
people's.
mean,
Too
it's hard.
1,000 for the blind.
Paul with a jack deuce gonna let it go, yeah.
And Paul folds.
I know it's somebody's favorite hand, but it's not mine.
Action will be on Mark.
That 5 hit on that hand. And I didn't look real close. When I mucked my cards, I thought, shit, I hope that wasn't a club.
Mark with a queen jack. He's gonna be raising this up on the button.
6.
Raised to 6,000
And
by
Paul
Mark.
with a king 6 offsuit is probably gonna let it go. When the mathematical odds are that he's gonna have the best hand with a king high.
Couple of what?
Paint.
Paul to act first.
More.
3 minutes left in the blinds.
Here we go.
What?
Because I
That's because I
fold.
don't know any better. That's
Are you raising in the blind?
all. Shroud.
A game?
What time is it right now?
When was the NBA All-Star game? Was that
Today.
an hour or-
Couple minutes, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
You guys have been playing heads up for 35
They did not.
Really?
Mark with an ace 5, Paul with a 10-5. Paul's probably gonna fold.
An ace.
I know, that's how Brandon does it. He gives me crap over and he gives you an ace. That's why I refuse to bluff.
So anybody that's still watching, there is a game going on right now at the Hog Wild Poker League. We run a game that starts at 10 o'clock, and you can win Chase the Bracelet prizes and paraphernalia. So if you get a chance, go on over there.
We here at Chase the Bracelet love our paraphernalia.
They make great candles.
If you're sick of watching
Uh-oh. This is gonna be a big hand.
This should
here.
be an all in hand here.
This should be the end of it.
Paul Moskowitz with ace king.
Paul
Mark
raises
with ace
3,000.
jack.
Mark pushes all in.
All in.
Mark-
Paul's looking to
Paul
double up here.
trapped him.
Jack, 2 jacks in the window.
Jacks
my.
on the flop.
Queen.
Yeah, 1 queen and 1 queen
4
only.
outs for Paul Moskowitz.
And it is the queen.
Nice hand.
And the queen does come.
I can't believe that, Mark. I can't believe
I thought I trapped you, man.
I can't believe
We go runner, and Paul Moskowitz stays alive.
Okay.
That should just about do it.
Yep. Actually, Mark has quite a few chips still
Oh,
left.
yes, he
It's
does,
about
doesn't
a
he?
2-1 lead, it looks like, for
looks
Paul.
like a reverse back to the 20,000 for Mark, 40,000 for.
I mean,
1 minute, 2 seconds left in the blind.
I was sad when the first jack hit, and then the freaking second jack hits. I'm like, goodbye.
Good dealing there, Brandon.
Brandon, you were happy out the door.
I'm ready to go warm my car up. I'm like,
He already had his Bic lighter lit and everything.
He pulled those jacks out of the deck, and he forgot about the queen.
Or whatever, kid.
Action on Paul.
Let's see if Paul can take a couple more chips out of Mark
Raised to
here.
5,000 by Paul.
I
Let's
think
see
Mark
if
might.
Mark gets greedy.
I think you might see a flop here. No.
Yep, Mark folds. We have time for one more at this blind level of 1,000, 2,000, and then the blinds go to 1,500, 3,000.
15.
That hand against the Mark had there, I thought that stuff only happened to me.
I snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Paul's going to be raising
Mark
it
calls.
up here with king, queen suited.
I like the fact that Paul's turned on the aggression now. He's definitely changed gears to try and steal the blinds and is kind of given Mark back exactly what Mark gave him earlier.
At $6,000 raise, did take it down.
I think Mark's going to have to just make a stand here.
My name is Paul Moskowitz, and you cannot push me around.
He's pre-calling. He's pre-calling.
That's pretty rude.
Mark's all in here.
Paul calls. Mark is all in.
Oh, you went all in. Oh,
Paul will fold.
sure.
And it's not that much more.
Mark fold, or I'm sorry, Paul fold.
Enough more.
I don't think.
About
I
8,000
had the whole stack in my hand.
or so.
Button moves over to Mark.
Mark should have roughly 14 to 15,000.
16 minutes, 30 seconds.
The announcers didn't want that queen to hit either. Probably wanted to go to. Dad's here with queen.
Paul getting hit with the deck
Oh, you
still.
wish I had headphones so I could hear what the hell they were saying.
Mark all in.
And Paul's going to call.
This is where Paul has to make the call.
Yeah.
Doesn't worry about chip count. Just
15-5.
definitely wants to know how much he has left.
Yep, 15,500 total.
They'll be
I've already pulled the blind.
slightly even. Paul might be down 1,000 after this call. So
And a call by
if
Paul?
Mark wins this, he's going to be back to where
Jack
he
3 versus Ace 10.
Yeah. He just had to make a move. Try and double up.
2 threes in the window.
Can I get there?
God.
4? No.
Enough
So
for it.
4? You're
I
calling to get smacked? No, it doesn't work.
And another reversal fortune.
does win the hand with a 4 on the river.
Same thing with the Jackson I got. I'm like,
Now
yes.
it should be 36 to 24,000 or so.
Hilarious as shit.
Or 30,
I think it's even more than that.
34, actually, I believe.
I'm going to start raking.
No, probably 20 there.
Shouldn't be. Because he only had 15.5. 15.5 times 2 plus 3,000.
I saw the 1 3 I was
So
having.
15.5 is what? 31 plus 4 plus
So the
3
one
is
Jack you were
34.
happy also.
And it was 60,000 in play.
Paul calls.
I think
Just
Mark
trying to
should
buy one
shove
on Paul.
here.
Mark checks his option.
With lack of chip lead, Paul slows down.
Mark bets 3,000.
You probably got quads right now, don't you?
King on.
Oh, yeah.
Paul folds.
Oh my
The
God.
poker game that would never end.
Seriously? Jack 3? 3-3?
Mr. Moskowitz is tilting again.
83-3.
Mark to act first.
Well, Paul, that'll show you that you don't have to wait for premium.
I'm going home.
They're punishing you for
Win
hitting
with
that
those
queen on
raggedy
I'm going
hands.
home and burning all my poker books because it's
Call.
Well, I don't think there's a poker book in the world that'll tell you to blind yourself out.
yeah, ones I wrote.
Paul to act first.
Check.
Both players check.
Check.
Mark hit a 6. I think he'll bet now. And it should take it down.
3,000.
I don't even have that. Okay. I'm pulling the 1,000.
As usual, I get stuff on the train.
Yeah, that's why. Here we go again. Well, at least that hand made me
13 minutes, 12 seconds left in the blind.
I think Paul is actually starting to tilt a little bit. He slammed them chips down 2 or 3 times now.
I thought the ace king had to forget the ace 9.
Good position for Paul to smooth call.
Paul calls.